Welcome, guys, to this Monday morning map out the week with Mindset You Trade. My name is Isaiah. For the ones watching for the first time, if you guys don't know me, I've been trading for about 3 years. I've been actually doing a little bit of coaching to help people develop their skill sets in trading. So this call is more geared towards the people that are already invested into our organization. That way they can map out their week. And this can be a reminder to them on how to set those goals and how to, this week go about their scheduling, their appointments to their learning classes, and, how to get to the next level in trading, because it does take a lot of you as well. And some of me, of course. You don't need a lot of me, but you need more of you. And that's what these calls are geared towards. So I thank you guys for, taking the time out of your day to watch this to its entirety. There will be a bonus prize at the end of this video. There'll be instructions on how to actually collect that gift, and I'll be talking about it a little bit more here as the call evolves. But for now, we're going to stay on topic, and we're going to ask ourselves, why is mindset such an important part of our life? Why do I have to do things a certain way? Why can't I just let life just throw me whatever it throws me, right? Because a lot of us are in that predicament. A lot of us think that it's easier. I know I'm standing here as well, to tell you guys that I'm real and keeping it real, because what I see too much of is people wanting to, pretend that they're doing everything correctly. But if they were just to, act in humility and act in just, sense of like, just, hey, look, I'm not doing what I need to be doing. There are some students that are doing that in our organization, right? But this is also towards those people that are outside listening for the first time. If you start doing these things, these small things, these micro actions, you start having a different lifestyle, you start actually changing your life, and you start actually being the one that's in control of that. No matter what people may say, it doesn't matter, how you look. It doesn't matter how you are perceived by others. It matters how you feel inside internally. And that's what I want to, start by saying that, because it's not about what I do. It's not about what I say. It's about what you take out of this and make for yourself, a living, or, a blessing in your life this week. Whatever it is that you want to take from these calls and make in your life and create something beautiful. That's what I'm all for, and that's what I'm here to see from you. You know what I mean? I don't want you to, look at these calls as like, what is Isaiah doing new? What is Isaiah doing that's different? No, it's not about different. It's about you shifting in those small micro actions. So what I want to share with you guys is life can create all sorts of things for you if you don't control it. It will control you. So understanding how you need to act on something, right? Understanding how you need to react to, act to a certain situation, because a lot of people are reacting to their circumstances in the micro actions. They're getting upset at themselves for what reason? You already know what you should be doing. Move on with your action. Move on to the next action, because the law of the universe does not care if you really got beat up, if you got hit by the pavement. You got to beat the pavement. You got to be that person that overcomes that feeling of, damn, I failed. It doesn't matter. Let's pick it up. Let's keep going. Because if you feel that over and over and over, you're going to be experiencing those same results over and over and over. Part of the reason why I wanted to do this call on a Monday morning was to get you guys off onto the right track on Monday. And the second reason is I'm getting a lot busier with investments and with things that I do. So that in itself played a part. But for the most part, we're still planning on having these calls on Sunday. But for whatever reason, something comes out, I had to do a little bit more work in one area than most days and most weeks. Then we'll have a recording of this call on Monday. That way you guys can still pick up right where you guys need to on Monday to, take you guys' business to the next level, to take you guys' attitude to the next level, because that's the main thing. I know I talked about attitude a few weeks back, and the reason I still bring that up is because your attitude will determine your altitude, but your attitude in the micro moment, like when nobody's around, right? Like when nobody's around, how do you feel about somebody like standing you up, like on a call? Like, do you like get mad and let it out and then get over it? Or do you just like not say anything? Because that's what's the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people, is those micro moments. So if people don't open up to those moments, like nobody ever knows anything. All we know is that you're doing well. You're doing fine. You're doing perfectly fine. And when I come to you, then what you're going to say is, this guy's a little too aggressive. I think he needs to tone it down. I think he needs to cut his hair. I think he needs to lose weight. I think he needs to, whatever it is that person may be perceiving. See, because that's their view of me and how they would see me differently if they were me, right? It doesn't matter what you would do if you were me. It matters what you would do now with you. That's what matters. That's what these calls are for. So stop waiting until you feel like it. Right? Stop waiting until you feel like it. Take control of your micro moment and change your decisions. Because when you change your decisions, you're going to change your life. I promise you that. And I tell you this why? Because garbage starts in motivation, right? Motivation is garbage. I personally think that motivation is garbage. Because you're going through this trauma, through this circumstance, and if I don't know how to deliver like I am right now, you won't take it in that point of trauma. Because when you're going through the situation, there's never a podcast. Like when you go through a pothole and you pop your tire, there's not a podcast available. All there is the pothole, the tire being popped, and the situation. Right? I speak from experience because that happened to us in California. Right? So how you manage your situation after that is how you stand with God. Right? So God will always test your standing with Him. Always. Through a change. And how does that look? Through a challenge, right? You may not like it. It never feels good when God is trying to help you shift. It never feels good. I'm just being honest. I'm setting all the religious, beliefs that people have aside. Because God did not intend for you to be religious. God intended you to reverse the curse for your family so that you can have all that you can have, so that you can experience all of the God that He wants you to experience, which is abundance. That's why you get an abundance of problems if you don't have the right perspective, right? What I would encourage you guys to do this week, just to give you guys a bit of motivation and a tip so that you guys can do some self-motivation, is read the book of Proverbs, okay? Think about King Solomon being like the Phil Jackson to Kobe and Michael Jordan, some of the best players that ever played basketball, right? He was after earning God's heart. So that's why he was earning man's heart, because he understood that if I can, truly understand where it is that you're going, I can really, really help you and I can solve a problem, and that's going to make a better world. That's how he believed. So he was a Phil Jackson of that, right? And of having a lot of wealth, because a lot of the times people bash the Bible, right? People that don't know the Bible like we do, right? Because they think that it's just people like me and you just talking, right? No. These people were powerful people. To get your name in the Bible, you have to do some type of great deed for humanity. So I say that why, guys? Because goals are so important, and these calls are for goals, right? Because people like King Solomon, people like Phil Jackson, people like Michael Jordan, people like Kobe, they had tremendous goals and they had a tremendous work ethic. There was no magic potion to everything. There was no magic formula. All they did is work harder than the next guy. Put videos and videos and videos and videos out there. It doesn't matter how you look. It matters how you sound and think and perceive life. That's what's going to allow you to attract more. Not your looks, not the way it is, like on the outside. Because a millionaire, trust me, guys, I've run into plenty of millionaires. They'll work with you because of your brain, not because of how you look or how you're dressed. They know that can go away if they give you money in 1 second. They're just trying to see if you're at the right level mentally, spiritually, and physically. And I'm not saying wealth is like the source of everything, right? Because God is the source of everything. That's what I personally believe, and if you don't believe in God, then the universe is the source, right? The universe, whatever it is you believe in, it's still matter, right? Matter, energy just is, right? So when we start getting into that, I'm not going to get into that too much because that's not what this call is for, right? This is more so you guys can find the scriptures as evidence for your life. Instead of bashing the Bible, let's find what we can find in the Bible, because God says to find Him in the Bible, because He wants you to seek Him. He wants you to really find His sweet spots, right? So think about God as your prom queen. Seriously, He wants you to find His sweet spot. What is His sweet spot? He wants you to communicate. He wants you to love, trust, and respect. Those are 3 things that I want you guys to take. Love, trust, and respect God with all that you have. Don't ever disrespect. If you're getting something that you don't like, shift it in your brain, and I promise you it's going to shift. It sounds like the stupidest idea to for the person listening to this for the first time, because I know just like you, I was in those same shoes. I was like, dude, what are you talking about? You're just sitting here talking. But then I realized one thing. If that person can talk super fast, then that means he has a great brain. He's not just like my mom that's just saying the same thing over and over every day. Because that's why I document my videos. I don't say the same things every day. Because I prepare for these calls. There's always notes. There's always preparation. There's always behind the scenes work that helps you beat the pavement. As I said earlier, you have to find a way to beat the pavement when you're first getting your business off the ground. You got to find a way to find traffic. You got to find a way to recruit people. You got to find a way to trade better. You got to find a way to find the time to find your entries. You got to find the time to say, okay, for this amount of time, I'm going to trade and I'm not going to allow anybody to distract me. That being my mom, my son, my whatever the case may be, because the law of the universe is very evident when it comes to the Forex markets. The Forex markets do not care if you have a baby. The Forex markets do not care if you are outside in the streets of LA, which we were, right? That's why I speak from experience. You know, like you can still master your craft along, the journey. You can still master your craft, but it's your choice, right? Going back to the choices that your brain decides for you. If you let your brain decide for you, it does that every 3 to 5 seconds. I personally have the 3-second rule. Mel Robbins has the 5-second rule. What I have come to discover in my life is that when 3 seconds pass by, your brain automatically talks you out of that great idea. Like, for instance, before I started doing these podcasts, when I first started doing this, I would get super terrified of getting on a video. I would get super terrified. Like, what am I going to talk about? How is this all going to piece together? Shh. That's what I want you to do to yourself. Because notice that when people shush you, you get upset. Most people. Why do you think you get upset? Because you're inferior to your way of, to your psychology. Because you're like, no, you're not supposed to tell me to shut up. That's not what this is about. That's not positive. That's so positive, because if you've never heard that in your life, you're being a snotty person everywhere. And that's bad. That's bad business everywhere. So I want you guys to take that in. A lot of the chatter that comes in your brain is unnecessary, because 85% of that chatter, for the people that are fact gurus, not fat gurus, okay, just so you guys get that right, 85% of thoughts are negative. So if you're in your brain all day and not in your actions, nothing's ever going to happen. So that's why you have to brainwash, yes, I said the word, brainwash your brain into new belief systems. Because once you create a system, then that's going to save you time, money, and energy. Okay? That's what a system is designed for, to save you time, money, and energy. That way you guys can do more and be around those people that you love, like, and respect. So work on your story and timing in the markets. For the people that are our students, work on your story and on the timing in the markets. Because a lot of what your story has to, a lot of you fixing your story has to do with people interrupting you in the markets, because they don't trust what you're doing. They think that it's just some kind of Ponzi scheme. They think it's a myth. They're like, no, you can't be doing that. I remember so-and-so lost all their money like that. Yeah, I remember so-and-so lost his life also working a job for 40 years. So you tell me what's worse, losing my life or losing a little bit of money that I can make back? That's just something for you guys to weigh out. I don't want you guys to decide that on this call, but that's how I started looking at this differently for me, because I realized that I was conditioned to believe things that weren't even real. I was believing these things that were fears that were hypothetical. Like, oh, what if that doesn't happen because I don't know the people? That's how I started meeting you guys. I had no net worth. No network, I should say. So I had no net worth, right? Because your network is your network. If you do for people, people do for you. And that's what I want to encourage you guys to do this week. Don't hold back from giving to someone this week. Don't hold back from giving your all to your business. Don't hold back from giving your all to your kids. Don't hold back from giving your all to everything. Don't just be specific, because a lot of people like to be selective with this exercise. I want you to be universal with this, right? Give your all to everything that you do. Plan it out, map it out. Have your rituals daily that you follow, your checklist. Listen to your personal development. Listen to this audio a few times, because I will after this call. I take notes for myself, as well as, from others, as well as, my mentors, people that are better than me. It's not bad saying that somebody's better than you. Just don't treat life as that. Does that make sense? Understand that people are better than you. there are people that are going to always be better than you. Understand where you fit in. Understand what you can bring to the markets. Because once you understand that, then you're able to glue all the pieces together, and you're able to make a lifestyle out of it, and you're able to do something like what I'm doing. And all I do is just talk, on Zoom to my students and to people like you and me that are, for the first time maybe watching this video, and you had no clue of what, this was, or what this is, or how you even start, or what is personal development, what is this guy talking about, spirituality and mentality, because you may be new to this. You may have never heard this. You may have never heard this before. I was conditioned to believe just religion when I first started, doing all this stuff. So I was conditioned just to see the spiritual side, but I also needed my mentors to incorporate the financial side of things, because how is the cash flow going to flow evenly if I'm just focusing on one area, spirituality, or just physicality? Because a lot of people also focus just on the physical, my working out, my routine, my exercise, my yoga, my Zumba, my whatever, my protein shakes. I need to have them. Bro, you're a slave to that. Like, think about all the things that you say. I'm not encouraging bad habits either, right? But what I'm saying is, don't be so fixed on the things that are good, right? Because that's also slavery. That's also a form of gluttony. You're indulging in all the good, right? I want to be the best. I want to make sure my kid goes to the best school. I want to make sure that I'm from Texas and I have this accent because I'm from Texas, right? I'm just making a joke out of it, right? Because I have a mentor of mine, his name's Alex. And this is kind of a shout out to him, because you can tell when people are from Texas. They just let you know they're from Texas. They let you know. So just like they let you know, what do you let people know? Because when you let that ride for so long, then it starts rubbing people off the wrong way. Does that make sense? Because that's not understanding others. That's understanding you to a level. And I want you guys to grow past that level. Not because you're better than anybody, but because you guys want to be in a better position than you were yesterday, every single day. And you guys want to outwork everyone, including myself. Outwork me. Don't judge me. Outwork me. That's what I want you guys to feel this week. Outwork me, don't judge me. I know I could be doing a lot of things better, but guess what? I know one thing. I get on these calls and I give it my all, and I give it my best every single time. So outwork me. For all the people hating out there, prospect more if you want to build. Trade more to trade less later so that you can make more money. Does that make sense? There has to be a point where you're trading every day if you're a trader on the demo, so you can get good at recognizing patterns. If you're afraid of the markets on a demo account, you're not in the right business. You're on a demo account and you're afraid to blow a demo account. You're afraid to get things wrong. You're afraid. It's fear that's keeping you from getting to that next checkpoint. So that's why I wanted to build this call for you guys, so that you guys can get to the next checkpoint in life and in all that you do. Because just like trading, everything else is just the same. How you do one thing is how you'll always do everything in life. Okay, guys? So now to wrap everything up, I want you guys to share this video, like this video, and comment on what you like best about the video. For the people that watched it to its entirety, what I have for you guys is I'm going to raffle your name, so text me. Obviously, the people that know me, text me that you watched this video and text me what you liked about it. And what I would like to do is Cash App you or PayPal you. Okay, so let me know, text me what you like best about this video. Again, like, comment, and share this video on your page. And I would love to continue being that mentor and that inspiration in your life, so that we can continue conquering the Forex markets and the financial markets as a global community. God bless you guys, and thank you guys for watching this Map Out the Week Monday call. Love you guys all very much. God bless.